What's going on, beautiful jellyfish? It's Tracy. Happy Friday. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to be doing Friday's feature cards for you guys, which I haven't filmed this in a very long time. I don't actually know why. I feel like I've been busy on Fridays, so I just haven't gotten the chance to. But I was like thinking about it and I was like, I want to film this. And I was like, this is a video that I can film even if I can't edit because I can just show the cards like this. So yeah, these basically Friday's feature cards is a series on my channel where I just talk about cards that I've been liking through the past week. I've been trying to film it like weekly, but that just has not been happening, of course. But yeah, they're basically cards that I've been liking these past like couple months. I can't remember, of course, all of them, and I don't want to talk about like 100 because that would take a long time. But these are cards that I really enjoy these are all of my EDH decks. I'm talking about all my EDH decks, but one actually. Okay, so I'm first going to get started talking about my Keranos EDH deck, and let me get this in front. Okay, so basically, the first card I want to talk about is actually like with a little combo. Yeah, so basically I did a really savage thing, yesterday, where basically I was like, I'm gonna cast Quicken, draw a card, let me see if I draw an answer. I drew Devil's Play, which was a savage top deck, and I was like, that's really sweet. So yeah, these two cards are really, really awesome. I like them both individually, but together they work really, really well. I really love Devil's Play a lot because it has a flashback cost, which is really great because a lot of times your opponent's just not even paying attention and they're like at 10 and you're like, cool, burn you for 10, you die. Quicken is really amazing. It's just one of the best like blue instants, I think. It's just really, really strong. So I like these two cards a lot. Next card we have is Call to Mind, and this is really, really fantastic because you can return either an instant or sorcery from your graveyard to your hand. Do I actually? Yeah, I did. There's another really cool combo in the deck. So what I've basically done is I only run about like something like 13 sorceries in the deck, so I don't really run that much. But what I do is I'll like have Call to Mind in my graveyard, and then I'll pull from the deep, get back Call to Mind, and get back an instant, and then play Call to Mind to get back another instant. It's just really, really strong because the instants in my deck are like counter spells and like things like that. So, you know, I usually want those over the sorceries because I want to be like keeping mana open up anyway. So this is a really, really sweet combo that I really like. The thing that is unfortunate about pull from deep is you do have to exile it a bit, but I do completely understand because this would be a broken combo if that was the case. Still, regardless if it's not broken, it's still really strong. Then I want to talk about Firemancer's Foresight. I casted this yesterday. This card's like really, really strong, and I'm gonna actually talk about one of the things that I get with it. But this card is like really, really good. You basically can just get so many different things. The deck runs so many instants. I think it runs something like 40 instants, so it runs a lot, and this is really good. Yes, it's kind of a lot of mana, but you don't really care. It's definitely a late game card, and it's really strong. And these cards I talked about in my deck type, but I love them a lot. We have Pongify and Rapid Hybridization. These cards just basically do it all. They destroy a creature, which you want, it adds instant speed, and then the fact that you give them 3/3s, you don't care. You honestly don't even care about these 3/3s at all because you just end up burning them with some burn spell, or you have Keranos on board and you're like, cool, do 3 damage to your token. Or you have, because the deck doesn't run that many creatures, I think it runs like 10, so it doesn't run a lot of creatures to block, or you just get hit in the face for 3, and guess what, you don't care. So these cards are really awesome. Okay, the next deck we're going to be talking about is my Angel EDH deck. Oops, sorry. I'm actually going to be doing a deck tech for this soon, so I don't want to talk that much about these cards because I'll talk about them more in depth. First, I have Urza's Incubator. I actually needed to pick this card up, and then my lovely boyfriend John was like, here, I have an extra one. So yeah. This card is really, really fantastic in any sort of tribal colored deck because you pay 3 mana, you get it on like turn 3 or whatever, and then turn 4 you get like, you know, like a big angel out or something. So this card is like really, really strong and I like it a lot. I also really like the new art too. Then we have Ajani, Caller of the Pride. I've actually been wanting to talk to you guys about this card for a while now, but again, I haven't done Friday's feature cards in a while, so this card is really, really fantastic. The +1 you don't care about that much. It's pretty okay. The fact that you can give something double strike and flying. The flying is irrelevant in this deck because basically everything in this deck is flying, but the fact that you give something double strike, cool, you're already at 8 commander, give Avacyn double strike, you don't block, cool, you're dead by commander damage, or regular damage is really, really strong. And the -8 have actually been really close to getting off the ult, and I can imagine that it's just so devastating in a deck that has a lot of life gain. Even in a deck that doesn't, you're like, cool, get like 22 tokens. Yeah, sounds really good to me. And the fact that it's 3 mana, it starts with 4 loyalty is really, really fantastic. I like Ajani a lot. I was like thinking about taking him out, but now I'm like, nah, this card's sweet. Then we have Sword of the Animist. Okay, want to hear a really cool story yesterday about how I had Sword of the Animist out, right? And I was all excited. I was like, yes, man, it's gonna be great. I get my thing +1/+1, Avacyn's at 9/9, or like something else gets +1/+1. And then sweet, I get to thin through my deck. I get lands, right? This is awesome. And then want to hear a really cool story about how I shuffled my deck. I attacked so many times, and want to hear a really cool story about how I kept getting mana flooded. That was really awful. That was just, you know, doesn't always happen. But Sword of the Animist is really good. It's a really good mana ramp thing because it gives you a buff, but then at the same time you can just get lands whenever it attacks. It doesn't even have to do combat damage, so you don't even care. If it dies, whatever, cool. But nothing in this deck basically does because like it's all indestructible. People have a really difficult time removing stuff, and I have like so much recursion. Cool. Now we're going to be talking about Tasigur, guys. I was doing some really nutty stuff with Tasigur, and I want to talk to you guys about it. I want to talk to you guys about this really stupid combo that I found, and I was like, why have I not been doing this whole time? Alright, please tell me these are all in frame. Okay, cool. Okay, sweet. So the first card is Jarad's Orders. This card is really, really incredible. You basically get 1 card to your hand and 1 card to your creature to your graveyard. So it's kind of like an interesting sort of like tutor card because, you know, like you have a card like Demonic Tutor, which is 2 less mana, but you get anything to your hand, and that's amazing, and I do have Demonic Tutor in this deck. But, you know, this is really good because it's a very creature-heavy deck. Very creature-heavy deck. Also, I do have Deathbringer Region in this deck, which is really great, so if I ever need a board wipe, and I'm like, oh man, I have Jarad's Orders, I can just fetch for that, which is amazing. This card is incredible. This card really showed me its value last night when I grabbed Eternal Witness to my hand, grabbed Greenwarden of Murasa to my graveyard. Eternal Witness got back Greenwarden of Murasa, got back, I don't even know what. I got back something else. Yeah, so that combo, really, really nutty, works really, really well. I would definitely recommend if you're playing those colors. I mean, if you're playing green in EDH, you just pretty much want to be running Greenwarden and Eternal Witness anyway, because they just do everything. That was a nutty little combo that I found that I really liked. Unexpected Results is really interesting. I actually threw this in the deck because I have a friend, one of my good friends, Crystal, loves this card, and I saw her cast it so many times, and I was like, you know what, I want to run that card. So I threw it in this deck, and last night I was like, Unexpected Results into Torrent Elementals, so that seemed pretty cool. You know, you know, it's weird. It's kind of one of those weird cards. Sometimes you lose value, sometimes you gain value. It just kind of depends on your deck, but I think in the right deck, I think this card's really good. I actually need to tell my friend Dimitri about this card because he has a Kraken deck, which is these colors, Simic colors, and he runs a lot of like big things, so I feel like just putting like this in the deck would be really good. I should tell him about this card. I'm gonna throw it to the side so I remember, because I'll totally forget. Okay, guys, first off, I got a photo Sidisi. Tell me how awesome that is. I saw it in someone's binder and I was like, I need this. Yeah, it's beautiful. This is really, really pretty. I'm a huge fan of whenever cards have purple on them. Purple's my favorite color, and so whenever I see purple on cards, I'm like, the art is probably really sweet by me. Okay, Sidisi is amazing. I love everything about her. She works really, really well in my Tasigur EDH deck, which, yes, I'm gonna do an updated deck tech on this at some point, because my deck has changed a lot since I first built it. Okay, so basically, you get to exploit something. Something goes to your graveyard. Hey, conveniently, you exploit, say, Greenwarden of Murasa. Oh, hey, look at that. You get something back, and you get to tutor for something. That is just amazing value right there. Everything about that just screams value. Super sweet. So, basically, on top of that, after that, you get a 4/6 Death Touch. Yeah. Do you like that? I like that. I think that sounds amazing. The fact that it's a tutor, you don't have to show it or anything like that. It's a creature, you can graveyard recursion easily with something like Eternal Witness. You can get it back with Tasigur, whatever. This card, all around, really fantastic, and I love Sidisi a lot. Okay, so I told you guys that I traded out a couple of cards in my Tasigur EDH deck because I had a Counterspell in here and a Psychonic Rift, and I wanted to put those both in Keranos EDH. And I was like, you know what? I was like, I need to replace them, and I was like, I want to put creatures in. I can't even remember what the other creature is that's bothering me now that I can't think about it, but I put another creature in, and then I was like thinking about it, and I was like, huh, what do I want to do? I was like, I'm gonna throw in Doomed Necromancer because I had this in my Sacrifice deck, and then I was like, you know what? I was like, why not? Let me put this in here. So the fact that you're like, okay, so it starts off 3 mana 2/2, and then you pay 1 mana, you get to sack it. It's a creature in your graveyard, which is really great. You got it good with something with like Deadbridge Shan in this deck, Kesse Cage Breakers, whatever, you have something in your graveyard that you can always delve away, and then you get this cool thing where you get to return target creature from your graveyard to play. Oh, sweet. That sounds really good. I'm gonna, like, you know, I'm gonna, like, get back, like, this Sidisi, or, like, something like that. Exploit Tutor again? Yeah, that sounds really, really good. Or, like, cool, get back Artisan of Kozilek, 10-9 Annihilator, too. Sounds sweet. Yeah, this card is really, really fantastic. I'm really excited that I put it in the deck. Okay, now we're gonna be talking about my Omnath EDH deck. I was doing quite a bit of damage last night, and that was pretty sweet. The first card I want to talk about, I didn't cast last night, but I've played with this card in the past, and it's really good. We have Flamekin Harbinger. First off, I have a foil. That's pretty cool. Second off, this card's really amazing. The fact that, you know, it's a 1-mana 1/1, and you just get to tutor for something. Really, really strong. You know, the fact that you get to tutor and put something on top of your library is really good. There's a lot of, like, not a lot of elementals in this deck, but, like, enough elementals where this card can just get value. You can get whatever you want, which I really like. So, card is really, really amazing. Which, actually, you know what? Then I'm going to talk about Avenger of Zendikar, because this is, like, one of, like, the top, like, priority cards that I get in this deck with it. Avenger of Zendikar is just probably become one of my favorite Magic cards of all time, because it does everything. The fact that ETBs and you get all these plants tokens, and this deck actually does one thing. This deck is just, I make tokens with Omnath, and that is all I do, and I kill people. I had, like, I don't know, like, how many tokens I was had? Maybe like 13 3/4s. It's casual. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, card is all around just really, really fantastic. I love it. Is this sleeve split? Oh my gosh, all of my sleeves are, like, splitting. I need to, like, trade a lot of these out, which is a bummer. Put that to the side so I remember. Okay, then we have Mina and Den. I love Mina and Den a lot. I think that they work really, really well in this deck, simply because the fact that you get to play an additional land is really, really strong. You get additional landfall triggers. And the fact that, you know, you can give something trample, and the fact that you can bounce a land is really, really strong, because then you get more bounce land triggers with Omnath. Overall, this card is just, this and Omnath are just buddies. If you're building Omnath EDH, you definitely need Mina and Den in there, because they're really good. Alright, here's Tracy's, like, metal card, giving a medal to a card that no one knows about, that no one plays, that's really good, and that is Spitebellows. Okay, so basically, this card is really, really amazing. You basically want to evoke it. It goes to the graveyard, and you deal 6 damage somewhere to target creature. Sounds sweet. You kill something big. Awesome, I love it. But then on top of that, it's an elemental dying, so if you have Omnath out, you're like, cool, do 3 damage somewhere. Say you got like a 10-9, like an Artisan of Kozilek, you're like, deal 6 damage to it, elemental dies, deals 3, kills your Artisan of Kozilek. Yeah, sounds really sweet. I like it a lot. Card's great. This is a card that I really, really love. And no one really talks about this card, but I love it. It's Skyshroud Claim. It says forest. It does not say basic forest, keep that in mind. So you're like, cool, get my shockland, you know, whatever. I don't run fancy lands in this deck, mainly because this deck runs, like, so many things that fetch out basics. I don't have a lot of non-basics. Also, shocklands, they're expensive and money. But this card's really great. You get 2 forest, I like it. Then, it runs a Nissa Worldwaker. Nissa is really, really strong. She gets a lot of stuff. She gets to untap 4 target forest. She's got 2+ abilities, which I'm a huge, huge fan of. I really like it. I don't usually use this +1. I usually use her second +1 because she basically pays for herself. And then I haven't gotten her emblem off, but it seems really strong. And then we have Fervor. Yes, in this deck. I'm not going to say too much. This card's just amazing. Your creature's gonna haste. I love it. Impact Tremors synergizes amazingly with Avenger of Zendikar. You're like, cool, make a bunch of tokens, deal 1 damage to each opponent. Seems like great value. Alright guys, sweet. That was it for Friday's feature cards. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day/night, and I'll talk to you next time.